Good evening, everyone. This evening, we are going to shed some light on a kind of economic subject. I would say kind of corporate training. When we come across the word corporate training, we think that they are going to train us for the job we are about to perform, a table job. Do this and do that. But this subject will actually open your eyes that how many different kinds of training that you have to get in order to become a company as such. Title of this article is Group Dynamics, and it is by National Training Lab USA. National Training Lab USA. Nowadays, the business has actually morphed, absolutely revamped. Management is revamped. Employee training is revamped. Every single thing is revamped 360 degrees. Today, you are not actually given the training to do your job, perform your table job, and just stay in this 10 by 10 feet area and function like a robot. But they teach you to be better human. They teach you to have better IQ, better EQ, better understanding about everything, better emotion, how to control your emotion, better communication, better relation, better PR, personal relation, and a better public relation. They train you in a comprehensive way. So you can become the asset of the company physically, mentally, knowledge wise, experience wise, declarative knowledge wise, procedural knowledge wise, heuristic knowledge wise, meta knowledge wise, and empirical knowledge wise. Even your emotion, your sensitivity, your feelings, every single thing, they actually mold such a way that you are very lucrative for the company, you are prolific for the company, you are productive and creative for the company. So here we have chosen 5 points. 5 points pertaining to training in major corporation or MNCs. And these 5 points I have actually collected from the National Training Lab USA Charter. Point number one is sensitivity training. You see that? We never think that they are going to give us the training about our sensitivity, how sensitive we are to work, how sensitive we are to people, how sensitive we are to conversation, how sensitive we are to criticism, how sensitive we are about the subject and the tenets of communication, how sensitive we are about us and how sensitive we are about others. Look, sensitive people are always detrimental. They're very harmful. They're hazardous people. If you're too sensitive, you cannot get along with anyone. When you're working in a big group as one of the troops, say for example, I used to work for a company in the USA with 374 people. When you are one of the organ of the 374 people, one of the organs of 374 people, you really don't know what and how the other people is going to behave, what he's going to talk about, what kind of subject he's going to pick, how he's going to talk to you, how he's going to behave with you. You really don't have any kind of clue or any kind of guarantee. But if you are very strong sensitivity wise, then you are going to handle the situation in the proper way. You are not going to have any kind of emotional draining, emotional bruises. Your emotion will never be hurt because you are not that sensitive person, hypersensitive, but you are very balanced or kind of hyposensitive person. So they're going to provide you the training in your sensitivity that you become stronger in your sensitivity. Point number two is action training. How fast, how prompt you are in your action. Whatever the action you take about your job, about anything that happens in your surrounding, your milieu, in your ambience, how good you are in action orientation. And what kind of action you are going to take in certain situation to actually improve the situation, improve the scenario, and improve the corporate image, corporate profit, and corporate standing, corporate positioning. So, whatever the work you do, that is your action. And if you do it properly, if you do it better, if you do it in a kind of way that it can actually be approved by your superiors and it can prove to be beneficial, prove to be positive for your company. Point number three is awareness training. Your awareness is the most important asset that you have when you work for any kind of company. Be aware about the company, be aware about company's product, be aware about company's policies, be aware about company's goals, be aware about company's motives, and accordingly, you be aware about yourself. How good you are working to achieve that goal, how good you are contributing in achieving the objective of the company as a group dynamics, one of the group dynamics, how good you are in your knowledge, in your awareness, in your information, data that you have, that what your company stands for, what are the goals and the ethics of your company, what are the morality code of your company, where company wants to go, which way the company is heading, and what the company is striving to achieve. That is your awareness. And if you are not aware about all these things, then you are definitely not good Samaritan for the company. You're redundant person who just works over there, keeping the eyes and ears closed from 9 to 5. Confrontation group training. How you avoid confrontation and how you can win the confrontation if confrontation communication occurs, how good you are in handling it, how good you are in diffusing it, how you are going to handle the confrontation, that confrontation doesn't actually spin out of our hand, and confrontation does not become too confrontational, harming or hurting the image of the company. I remember, incidentally, the confrontation occurred in the Maruti Suzuki plant in Haryana, where a couple of managers were killed, company was burned, cars were burned. That kind of confrontation, because confrontation training was not provided when the confrontation occurs. How to handle, how to diffuse it, how not to let it go out of hand, how not to turn into ugly scenario. So they will provide you this kind of training so you know. You can recognize beforehand what the confrontation is and when the confrontation is going to occur, and as soon as you sense the confrontation is about to take place, you should be able to nip that confrontation in bud. Nip it in bud and save the confrontational scenario from occurring. Fifth is human capacity training. Awareness, enhanced knowledge about anthropology, that we are all human and we have certain code of conduct, certain code of morality, certain code of ethics, how to behave with other human being, how to take care of other human being, other human beings' feelings, emotion, the sensitivity, how to help other human being, and how to make every human working around us, in our surrounding, in our Melbourne ambience, how to make them happy with us, how to be supportive to them and how to make their work, their performance, their duty, and their life easier. Create the kind of scenario like Castilian scenario in the company, absolutely Castilian scenario in the company. So everybody who is actually affiliated with the company, engaged with the company, should have blissful life, blissful career, blissful day, and enjoy working with all of us. That kind of humanity, that kind of human values, that kind of human spirit should be created, and they're going to provide you the training to enhance your human quality in a humane way. So these are the five very Castilian points, very cardinal points given to us by National Training Lab, USA. It's known as group dynamics. When you are alone in your cell, somewhere in the four walls of your home, you can behave any which way you want. You can behave like a demon or like a divine. You can behave like a Satan or you can behave like saint. You can behave like Zero or you can behave like Zen. But when you are in the group, though your group dynamics actually demands you that you should actually behave such a way that you are not going to create any kind of grievances for others and not for yourself either. When you actually confront, when you insult someone, when you are nasty to someone, remember, you are not going to be pleased by that, because when you become nasty to someone, then someone is going to become nasty to you. So you try to hurt someone, but in the process you are hurting yourself as well. You be ugly with anyone, the other person is going to be ugly with you. If you actually treat the other person with some kind of disrespect, barbarism, remember, you are going to get the same kind of same type of response, I should say, from other person. So insulting someone is not one-way street. It is not cul-de-sac, but it is two-way street. Insult someone and get insulted in reciprocation. Behave bad with someone and get behaved bad in reciprocation. If you use filthy language to someone, someone is going to use filthy language to you. So they teach you that be humane all the time. So that's all the time we have. God bless everyone on this planet. See you again next time. Until then, God bless everyone. Amen.